Voluptuous TV. And this is Miss Chas coming to you on Voluptuous TV. Today I have a very, very special guest. We are live in the salon of Miss Marie Simone, owner of the SHI Salon. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm good.
Tell me about the SHI Salon.
Well, SHI Salon. Well, I started SHI Salon in 2001. I used to work at another salon. I was in a partnership. And I wanted to come downtown because I like the feel of downtown. I like the loft, look. So I said, I'm going to go downtown. I'm going to paint my walls different colors. And I'm going to make the salon like an art studio, like an urban refuge where people can come, they can be served, and we can be creative at the same time.
And speaking of that, I saw your hair gallery, and you have a phenomenal hair gallery. You are one of the most talented salon stylists I've seen in a long time.
Thank you. That's sweet of you.
How do you stay ahead?
I take a lot of classes. I do a lot of networking. I look at a lot of books, not just hair books, art books. I look at a lot of old TV programs. And I just have a passion. I think I was born to do hair. Like, I love hair. I eat, sleep, and breathe hair. And so I just try to educate myself and stay very educated on it. I go to a lot of shows. I travel a lot. And no matter where I go, I'm looking for something pertaining to hair, something to be creative. Like if it's a painting, I listen to different songs will give me ideas. So.
And so with traveling, how has that broadened your experience? Because I know when we talked previously, you stated that New York is like a second home to you.
Yes.
And of course, the styles are so different once you travel outside of the Midwest and you go to the East Coast and the West Coast. How has traveling broadened your cosmetology experience?
By traveling, it keeps me up on the latest trends because I find when you go to different cities, like New York, LA, Chicago, they're kind of ahead of St. Louis. We're in the middle, so they kind of get things before we get it. And so going to other places, it helped me know what's coming out before it come out. And so I'll go sit in a salon and watch other stylists and see, what they're doing and what's trendy. And then I'll bring it back here and I'll put my own little spin on it.
Now, we all know that cosmetology is a very competitive industry. And from a local perspective, what are your thoughts?
I think the number one thing you should do, you should stay in your lane. I call it staying in your lane. You have to ask your own self, why did you get into the field of cosmetology? And whatever that is, you need to stick with that. If it's to be very creative, I think be very creative. If it's to be very calm, modern, stay in that lane. I think a lot of stylists in St. Louis, when we see other stylists do things, we jump on it. But I don't believe in doing things if you don't have a love for it. So I believe in staying in your lane, trust in yourself, and just continue to keep going. And don't look at other people around you. Just go on the inside of you and do what it is that you need to do.
So what's the climate amongst other stylists?
In the city of St. Louis?
Yes.
I think St. Louis have from traveling so many different places. I've been to other countries. I watch other stylists. I think St. Louis have some of the most talented stylists there is. I really do. But I think that they don't hone their craft. For instance, I don't think a lot of stylists continue taking education or go take classes. I don't think they network enough. I think they're too busy looking at what other stylists or other salons are doing and not really educating themselves, mastering the art of what they want to do. So I think if they just educate themselves, network more, and believe in themselves, and not, like I said, look at other stylists. I think they'll do great because they're some of the most talented stylists here in St. Louis, but they don't have that network, and I think we're lacking proper protocol. I think we like to jump from A to Z without, if it's a new haircut, take the time and learn the haircut. I think what we do, because we see Wanda bumper curls curling this way, we do the exact same thing without knowing what's behind that. Like not creating your own story. I think they're lacking their own story.
That's a very, very interesting point and well stated. Additionally, you've talked about mentorship and the fact that when you have very impressionable young women who come to keep up with the latest trends, you have a listening ear and voice. But you stated that it's an earned right for an adult to hear a younger person, and that younger person be comfortable enough to just put out all of their business and even seek advice from the person older that's right in front of them, who can also be very impressionable to that individual.
Right. I think it's your job to help. Like, I'm a natural born helper. I love to help people. I think team is important, and how you create team is by helping other people. Young people need our help, and I think we're not listening to them. And I think, you, like you said, you have to earn a right to listen to people. I think we attack them versus listening to them, see where they want to go and what they want to do. Because that's really my passion, is to help, especially young girls, because they're very talented, but I don't think we're not pouring into them. I think we're just judging them, not listening to them, not helping them. So I think if we help them, and the best time, that's why I love my cheer, I feel like you have to earn the right to be heard. So I listen to their story. Like, I'll let you come a couple of times and I'll hear you talk, and then I'll say, well, have you ever tried this? Or let me connect you with this person. So now they kind of trust me. And so now, even if it's something good or bad to tell them, it's to help them. So now they're listening, instead of them just jumping in my chair saying, you need to do X, Y, Z, A, B, C. So I listen to them and I try to help them. And I always import in them that help someone else. And so that way you start building a team, because you can't do it without a team. And a lot of girls, I think a lot of women, period, are offended because they've been hurt so much. And so they come in and they have these attitudes, and they have a wall up. And I always tell the stylists that work here, I understand it. You know, just listen to them. Continue to be nice to them. Great customer service. And they'll turn around and they'll tell you everything. And the information that I think that your clients give you, you shouldn't take it everywhere. Really listen to the person to help them. And that builds a great clientele. You have people, they become loyal to you. They don't leave you. Even when they're upset, they trust you, so they're not going anywhere.
And speaking of teams, you, representing the SHI Salon, had a chance to represent St. Louis City in 2009 in the show entitled Split Ends.
Yes.
What was that reality TV experience like?
It was wonderful. It was great. It was great for my team, and I think it was great for the city. It taught me that no matter what, in front of the camera, you should be yourself. And that St. Louis is worthy to be on TV, that we're good stylists.
And beyond being worthy, you were actually sought out.
Yes. Well, they contacted me. They saw I did a photo shoot in New York, and they saw my photos. So they sent me an email and say, hey, we would love for you to be on our show. And so I was like, really? You know, I was excited. So, of course, I went home and told my mom, and she was like, are you for real? And I'm like, yeah, that's what they said. So it took me a couple of days to respond, because I was just shocked. And so when I responded to them, they sent me a series of questions, and they was like, so you're going to be on the show. So they gave us a date, and I told my team. And so it was real. It did wonders for the salon. It put us on the map. Like when I go out of town, people know us from Split Ends. And the part that I really like the most is that people thank us for being normal, not trying to act for the camera. Because on that show with us, what you saw, that was really us. And we tried to be where we were professional, because that's who we are. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun, and it was a wonderful opportunity. It opened up all kind of doors for us, not just She Salon. I think it brought an eye to the city, to stylists in St. Louis. So,
Definitely. Would you ever do reality TV again?
I would, but it definitely has to be something that is going to help people. Like, I'm not a drama queen, and I don't like a lot of drama. I would like to do something that's going to help people, or that's going to take people to the next level. Like, if I did anything, I would like to do something like to mentor, to help young girls, or just anybody to go to the next level and to share what I've learned that can help them.
Talk about your product line.
Well, we use a product line called Devinus. Devinus is a product, it's out of Europe. It's the #1 selling product in Europe, and it's a natural product line. And so it's fast growing here. A lot of celebrities is using it now, and a lot of people really don't know about it. But the reason why I like it, I like everything that has a story behind it. Like, the owners have a passion behind the product. They're just not putting out product to sell. They're thinking about our world, with the bottles are eco-friendly, So that's why I like the line, and it's a great line.
So tell me, what is next for the She Salon? Because you've done like so much already.
Well, this summer we're going to do a show called Collaboration, and the reason for doing it is that I think it'll be a good tool for St. Louis so we can learn. And what it is, it's a hairstylist, a clothes stylist, and a makeup artist. And so they're going to have to come together and collaborate, which brings together a team. Because when you're doing photo shoots, magazines, celebrity, it takes a team. One person does not make it work, a whole team. So we're going to bring in celebrity judges, a celebrity clothes stylist, a celebrity makeup artist, and a celebrity hairstylist. So each team is going to have 5 minutes on stage to present like a style as far as the clothing, the hair, and the makeup. So we're excited about that, and it just might turn into a reality show.
I was just
We're not
thinking
quite
that.
sure yet.
Oh my.
So, and that's our goal, because my goal is to show people that it takes a team. Like, I didn't do all these things by myself. My team helped me. And someone helped me along the way. Like, if I'm not feeling creative, I got friends that work in the industry that live in New York. And so I go and I talk to them. They'll say, Marie, try this, or call this person. And so I feed off them also. Or if I see a salon in a magazine or in a newspaper and they're saying something great about the salon, I would take a trip and go to that salon. Because I believe in positive energy, and I believe it's a team. So I ask the people, so how did you do this? Most of the time, the story, it started with the team. Yeah.
Beautiful. I just like to ask you, last but not least, what is your advice to aspiring stylists?
My advice to aspiring stylists: first, make the choice. If you make the choice to go to cosmetology school, stick with it. Secondly, do your research. Before you go into a salon, research the salon. Research the owner. Go sit in there, look at the staff. Like, know what you want. Like, a lot of people get out of school and they don't have a plan. If you don't plan, then you plan to fail. Like, I tell my stylists here, what type of clientele would you like? What are you looking for? And they'll be like, I never thought about that. So you have to think about that. How much money do the clients that you want make? Where do they hang out? How do they look? How do they dress? And just basically get a plan and then work on your plan and stick with your plan and your decision. Because I find a lot of young stylists, they get out of school, they're very talented, and they get discouraged because I think their focus is, I'm going to get out and I'm going to make all of this money. First, you got to build relationships and the money's going to come. So stick with, I believe, get the education, get continual education, do your research, stick with your decision, and just keep your eyes on the prize and just move forward. Even if you stumble, continue to get up and just continue to go. Because a lot of stylists they don't last because they're not studying. Studying what you're into, study hair.
And so how can we contact you?
Contact me.
And I know just from my own personal experience, you need to book with this young lady well in advance because she's so talented and so booked to where it's just crazy. But that's a good thing for Miss Marie Simone.
Well, you can always reach me at the SHI Salon. Our number is 314-588-9948.
Thank you. I just like to say this was a great experience.
Thank you.
I think you are a wonderful person.
That is so sweet of you.
You are progressively creative. And I just see so much for you.
I try.
Relative to the SHI Salon and just this whole experience of really putting St. Louis further on the map. We owe you a lot already.
Thank you. That's so sweet of you. Like I said, hair is my first love.
Thank you very much. Miss Marie Simone, owner of the SHI Salon.